Hey guys. So, last Thursday, I thought I had the flu. This is 1 week ago. And I thought I had a bladder infection because I was like cramping really bad. So I went to the hospital and they're like testing me for flu and stuff. And they're like, well, you don't have the flu, but you do have a mass. I'm like, a mass? They were like, yeah, you have a mass that's like, because they gave me like a abdominal CAT scan and they gave me two types of ultrasounds, a transvaginal ultrasound and then the regular ultrasound. So they were like, well, we saw a mass and we're going to have to keep you to see what it is. So we're waiting on the OBGYN. I'm like, a mass? They were like, yeah, it could be cancer, could be just a cyst, could be fibroids. We don't know until the doctor comes. So they give me morphine in my IV drip. So I fell asleep. And then when I woke up the next morning, here's the doctor talking about, well, Miss Johnson, we found a tumor in your uterus, and it looks like it's about the size of a cantaloupe. And we're going to have to give you a hysterectomy. A what? They're like, a hysterectomy. Now, mind you, like, I didn't prepare for any of this because I was going thinking that I had the flu, thinking I was just going to get some antibiotics, get on out of there. And when he told me hysterectomy, it was like the tears just started flooding down my face. I was like, huh? My husband was at home still. I'm like, just crying and crying. And I'm like, wait a minute, doctor, hold on. This is a lot to take in, you know. He didn't have much bedside manners. He was just like, well, if you want to talk to your family about it, um, I'll give you a few minutes and then I'll come back and see what you want to do. I'm like, how soon are they talking about doing a hysterectomy? As soon as possible. Okay, wow. Wow. So as soon as he leaves out the room, I just start crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. Crying and crying. I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, they want to give me a hysterectomy. And she's like, calm down. So I call my mom and dad. They're like, well, if they're telling you that's what's best for you, just go ahead and do it so that you won't be in any pain anymore. So like it took me about 30 minutes to compose myself and like just really process, like, they want to take out everything. He was like, well, we'll try to save your ovaries if we can, but we don't know if it's cancer or not. So if we see any cancer, we're taking those too. Y'all, that was the craziest moment of my life. Like, craziest moment. Because it was so unexpected. And then, so my husband came, my stepdaughter came, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna schedule you for tomorrow. Okay. So as I'm, mentally preparing for this, like, they're really gonna take out all my insides, y'all. I was crying and crying and crying. Then they came back in the room, like, later on that day, like, we actually have something scheduled. We actually have an opening for today, so we're gonna take them out tonight. So we were like, whatever, just whatever, whatever. At this point, I'm like, so later on, they scheduled me for and then I'm like, can I take a shower before they operate on me? They're like, well, we may not have time. I want to get in the shower. I've been here overnight. Nobody's come in and give me a sponge bath or anything. So I'm like, okay, well, can I use the bathroom real quick? They're like, yeah, you can go use the bathroom. And I, managed to get myself in the bathroom and get myself a small little sponge bath before the surgery. And so my husband and my stepdaughter, they were like, you're not gonna feel anything. They're gonna put you under sleep, so you'll be okay. You'll be all right. But like as the time was coming nigh, like it was becoming closer and closer, I started getting more nervous and started crying more and like, oh, they're gonna take everything up. No, no. Like I was so not prepared for this. I was so not prepared. So they told my husband, we'll, call you on your cell phone to like keep you updated on the surgery and what's going on. And so I went back there. I think I acted a fool because I was so nervous and scared, but she gave me the anesthesia and I went from like crying to like laughing, like, so my husband and stepdaughter are just laughing at me and laughing at me. They're so rude. So went on back there, did the surgery. And when I came out of surgery, it was like as soon as I came out, like I remember them wheeling me into like post-op area. And I could have sworn the anesthesia wore off. Like I could have sworn it wore off. Because I was in this tremendous pain. Like I felt like somebody had sawed me open, and I could feel everything. Like as soon as the surgery was over, I felt everything. Like I was like, so, and now they, I'm still incoherent a little bit. So now I'm like trying to let the people know, like I think the anesthesia wore off. Like I need some more pain meds. Like, so the only thing I could manage to say was like, pain, 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 pain. I'm in pain. Something's not working. It's not right. I'm in pain. I just kept screaming it over and over and over and over again. And then I heard somebody say, well, ma'am, we understand, we do have you on medication. We did give you medication. I said, it's not working. It's not working. I'm in pain, pain. So I acted a fool post-op. Yeah. Then, they wheeled me back there. They gave me a catheter, wheeled me back to the room, put me on some more morphine. So I'm like doped up off morphine. But the thing is, I know morphine is strong, but I don't think that morphine was working because it was like I could still feel everything. Like I could still feel it. I was like, oh my gosh, this ain't right. I'm in pain. So then, for a couple hours, I was with the catheter. They just kept giving me pain medication, telling me to push the button for pain. But I couldn't take, like I can't take Lorcets and Percocets and stuff like that because like I'll throw up severely. Like I get really sick off that kind of stuff. So, besides the morphine, I think they're giving me Toradol. Oh, sorry, in and out of conscious. They were giving me Toradol. So I went in the hospital Thursday thinking I had the flu, and by Saturday they did the surgery. Yeah. So now it is Thursday again. Is it Thursday?
Yes.
It's Thursday again. I've been home since Sunday morning. I got all these staples down here. I was in pain for a couple of days. Like I can't do anything. Like I need help getting up. And there's like this little binder belt that they give you. And they told me I could take it off whenever I needed to, but I was kind of dependent on it because I was like, I don't want to bust any stitches. I was trying not to cough. So they gave me the pain med, Tylenol 4, and they gave me promethazine for a cough suppressant so that I don't cough. Like, because it hurts like hell if you cough, y'all. Like, if you ever get a hysterectomy, God forbid, try not to cough because it will hurt. So, like, it'll feel like you're gonna bust your stitches. So, yeah, I've been trying not to cough. Um, Now I can walk. I've been trying to walk around. There's pain when I'm like getting up and sitting down, but after I get walking, like after a few minutes of walking, it doesn't hurt that bad. Mm, but I can't really do any lifting, so I had to make sure that like I had a couple of friends and my husband to like always be around to like help me up and do things around the house because I'm literally I can't do anything like but get up. I could sit up and sit back down. And then when I sit up, I have to like hold on to my stomach with one hand so that it doesn't feel really loose and like prop myself up with the arm. And then whoever's helping me up, they have to stand there and I have to hold on and pull myself up using someone else. So yeah, support system is much needed going through this type of thing. And I haven't even began to unlock the emotional ramifications of what just happened to me. But my husband did tell me that they called him during the surgery and they were like, Mr. Hawk, um, yeah, you remember when we told you we were joking in the before she signed the papers that the tumor was the size of a cantaloupe? Well, it's actually the size of a large football. It's covered up her whole stomach. So it was like touching on all my organs. Like all my organs. So it was really big, like a really big tumor. I wish I would have saw it, but I didn't get a chance to see it, so I don't know. But it was a really big tumor inside my uterus. They had to take everything: my uterus, my tubes, my ovaries, my cervix, everything. So that's my update. I didn't take any pain meds yesterday because it was getting like on my tongue. Ah, it was on my tongue, and it was like really nasty and like taking away my taste buds, and it's just I don't like pain meds unless I really absolutely have to have them. So I've been trying to troop, without the pain meds since yesterday, which a lot of the pain has like subsided unless I'm actually moving. So if, as long as I'm still, I'm okay. So yeah, that's my update. It's been a week since my hysterectomy, and I guess I'll keep you guys updated. Oh, and I can't sleep in the bed. I'm on the couch. I tried last night, and my husband he kind of got a little frustrated because he wanted me to sleep in the bed, but I'm like, that's a death trap because the bed is kind of wobbly. I need something like, I need to lay still, and the bed is kind of like, it's a soft bed, so it's really wobbly. And I don't want to be bouncing around in the middle of the night with all these staples. So yeah, I've been sleeping on the couch all week. Yeah. Got my electric blanket. Got a sundress on because it's easier to get around. Easier access, and I have not used the bathroom yet, y'all. So it's been a week and I have not used the bathroom at all, and I've been trying so hard. Well, I haven't been trying per se, but I think the pain meds has blocked has made me constipated. So that's another reason why I stopped taking the pain meds, because I'm like, I've got to do my number two, because now all the little foods that I've been eating, which has pretty much been soft foods like mashed potatoes, soups, um, oatmeal, stuff like that, I feel like it's piling up by this point. So it's piling up on me. And yeah, it's just sitting there. So I'm trying to use the bathroom. I'm trying to wait for the opportunity that just comes out, but hasn't come yet. So hopefully in a day or so. Oh, and they gave me, make sure you take a stool softener if you ever have this type of surgery, because you don't want the first time to be really hard, because it'll feel like it's ripping your insides out again. Yeah. But I'm still alive, and that's the good thing. But yep, so that's the end of it. I'll keep you guys updated in a couple days.